All right, everybody, we are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. And I have the brother Kyla Genesis on with us, like we do every Wednesday night around this time. And today's topic is Negroism. 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 When rising up goes horribly wrong or not according to plan. One of the neo-Negroism movements that had our attention the past couple of years was the Black Lives Matter movement. And these people have pretty much disappeared or are doing paid speaking engagements. Have no clue where the money went. I know none of that money is being circulated in the Black community. So there's been a ton of neo-Negroism movements that are just not working out, Colin.
Oh yeah, of course. Because the problem is this though. People come in there, and I didn't want to believe this. People don't want to believe this. You have to start with this one particular thing. There's people that use emotion, and then there's people that don't really give a really rat's ass about black people. And I'm gonna talk about the civil rights movement, right? The civil rights movement was funded by a whole bunch of people who thought they could ride on the legitimate access of Black America, rising up and being part of the mainstream and everything to bring all their nefarious ideologies into the mainstream, right? You had lesbians, feminists, homosexuals, anti-war people, leftists, communists. All these people got together and said, "Look, we are never going to ride it." You might want to mute me. You got to mute.
Okay. All right, I'm mute right now. All right, go ahead.
We're never going to have legitimacy because America is not that type of country. But we can ride in on the legitimate pain and struggle of black people. If the world believes that the sole purpose of black people is to love and be next to white people and integration into America. We had black people that never came to a consensus that we want to be integrated into America. So the civil rights movement was basically given this carte blanche and say, you know, something we know what's best for you, black folks. We want to integrate your school, have busing in black, bust you into black white neighborhoods because we know that's all what you really want to do. Black boys and black girls, like we know you want better housing, we want all stuff like that. Basically, you want to move into the white neighborhood, right? You want to change the dynamic in the face of America. You got all the stuff like that. But at the same time, right? There's some other groups of people who have the same idea. We got Chinese sitting over here, you know, saying they want rights too. You know what I'm saying? Now nobody's gonna bear the brunt or get the dog sticked on them and get shot at and everything. We need you to do that, right? And not more specifically, let's not that we just need the black people that we need a certain type of black people to do that. Now the black people who benefit the most from civil rights integration are these people that were always I want to get let's move brief with usually the mulatto elite and all these people who want to be go kids who go to white school. They believe the future of their future is tied up with mixing and being with white people and everything like that, right? But they don't want to put their kids at risk to do it, right? So what they do is they go and convince the average black person, poor kid, that okay, let's do a testing. We're gonna bust your kids on the side of town and everything. They gotta resist the white mob. They gotta do this. They gotta do this. It's for the better good of the community because we have to integrate our schools. And the black people say, why don't we just put the money in our own schools, educate our own people, and build our own thing? No, no, no. This is the way it is. We got to disarm ourselves, right? Get rid of the green book. I bet you anybody don't even know what the green book is, right? Which is coming back, by the way.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with the Green Book. Go ahead.
Okay, we got to get rid of all the stuff that we were making progress with. Black America was making a little bit of progress and everything like that in the post World War II. You know what I'm saying? We got to do all this. Okay, we need things. We need access to jobs. We need education. We need all the stuff like this. But the bottom line is this: let's forget all that, the progress that we have. You know what I'm saying? Let's let the so-called black elite tell us the best thing we got to do is have an integrated American society, right? Let's change America. Let's go mainstream, right? Now, all these people are bringing along with us: communists, liberals, lesbians, homosexuality, all these things like the Hollywood people, you know, that sort of lifestyle that's not Ozzy and Harriet. We're gonna change all that and make it seem like we're probably the sexual revolution of the '60s. You know, all these things, pornography, all these things, drugs, the weed culture, the whole drug culture of the 60s and everything. All that was piggybacking on the so-called civil rights movement. And what gets me is how we get blamed for the destruction of America. Oh, America was
But,
great
but,
until
but you know what's crazy, Colin? I hate to cut you off. Everything you just mentioned pretty much has, I guess, done his work on the Black community versus what the original, I guess, initiative of the civil rights movement was. So everything
right,
you just brought up a great point.
right. Yeah, and so we sit there and say, wait a minute here. We didn't Black America didn't make any damn progress, but yeah, America changed so drastically. See, the whole idea was to use the so-called Black community. And what's happening right now is this: it's something unique happening in Black America right now. They're figuring now that you can't get Black people out there to rise up like they said. You know what I'm saying? Usually, if you want to scare the possibility, you just threaten we're gonna bring the blacks out and whatnot. You know, we're gonna use civil rights and racism to basically to do their bidding. They cannon fodder. Remember when what's that Kathleen Griffin said to said called what's it Kevin Hart a punk because he's not talking about Donald Trump. You know, this is basically not anything new. Joy Behar of say was on the View talking about what we really need right now is the blacks to get out there and start busting some heads up and everything like that. And I'm like, why are we? You know what I'm saying? Why? Because the bottom line is when there's a blowback and a backlash, it'll be a backlash against Black people, right? And they could sit back in their white comfort and everything like that, and sit back and say, "Oh, we're white, we have nothing to do with it." Black people are taken back from all this politics and everything like that because we don't see ourselves winning. The Barack Obama's presidency showed us that no matter what, you have a black man in the White House, two black attorney generals, and still nothing's gonna change because fundamentally this country rejects the idea of black people in America. You know what I'm saying? So you see black people turn into more separatist and more nationalist thinking right about now. Even black people who are so-called mainstream, they're sort of frequenting black-only chat groups and black-only social networks and everything because they're searching. They see the bottom line is this: we cannot get out there like we thought we were in the '60s and get up there and say we're going to change this and change that. The white America is not going to bend over and just give us carte blanche what we want. Now, that's segue into what you were talking about, Black Lives Matter and all these other groups right here, right? Black Lives Matter had a legitimate, the people who really founded Black Lives Matter had a legitimate thing about police brutality and the system don't really care about black people and all stuff like this. Well, if you understand something, right? We understand something, right? And I know you do the whole idea of us integrating into America, dropping our guard, integrating America, was where we were going to have some sort of protection. Like I said on the last show, black people after the 1960s said, "Okay, federal government, okay, we're going to basically give America a chance, right? But these are the things we want, right? Things we want. Forget about all the integration and everything like that, right? When you think about civil rights, you always think of integration, and black people get knocked over the head to integrated school, right? The real integration of things in civil rights movement black people wanted was they wanted protection from the federal government, protection by the federal government from the state and local racist municipalities. You know what I'm saying? In other words, basically, there should be federal oversight over police and a federal civil rights oversight over any incident involving black people, such as hate crimes legislation, and also oversight over anything. What's happened is this: you have right wing Republicans and even some Democrats are like, well, that's being biased. That's taking one group of people and saying your life is more special than another thing. Let's use color blindness. You know what I'm saying? Let's use color blindness as a scapegoat. In other words, basically they're saying basically let's turn out back to the fact that yeah, you do got racists in the police department. And yes, because of black people, our unique history in America, we cannot let our guard down and say we're just Americans like anybody else. Oh, let's be black people, just be Americans. Just be Americans like anybody else. You don't need to no, we do not trust America. We do not trust the legal system. We do not trust all these things like that to give us justice. Look at all the disparity in sentencing and everything that goes on in between black and white in this country. Police shootings and all the stuff like this. That is because fundamentally all the things that we wanted in the civil rights movement that said that you want us to be Americans and everything like that. You want us to stay here. You want us to stay in this country and everything. We want some sort of protection. All those protections that we did were gone. Instead, right, the civil rights movement has been fighting for illegal immigration, homosexual and LGBT rights, everything, white females, feminism, and all this other kind of stuff. All this stuff has taken precedence over the fundamental thing which brought the whole civil rights movement was it's the protection of the descendants of slaves in America. You know what I'm saying? Are they Americans? You know what I'm saying? And are they do they that have some sort of legal right or some special case for protection in this country? You know what I'm saying? Special case for looking at job discrimination. Because let me give you an example when they say when we look at the job situation, even though black unemployment is good right now, but as far as like black people advancing in the workforce, let's give the American thing. Okay, black unemployment is low right now, but black people basically have sacrificed right job promotions. Like I listened to your brother today, he was talking about he didn't like what he did, so he got and went to another job, whatever he did. And I think that's the resilience of Black America. You know what I'm saying? We move from job to state. We're always on the move. We got like this. We never had that peace of knowing that you could retire or climb the corporate ladder. I don't know anybody that says, well, I joined this company right here and I'm gonna climb the corporate ladder and retire with a gold watch and all. That doesn't work for us. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna go out there and have lunch with that's not our reality. Now, what we have in America is because the economy's strong, you have low unemployment, but we still don't have. We're down to 3 black CEOs of a Fortune 500 company. It was up to 9 at one time, right? We're down to 3. You know what I'm saying? So there's many ways we're losing ground. We're losing ground. We're falling into a state of permanent mediocrity in America. It's all because we let our guard down, right? We decided to become Americans, and we don't want to rally around a black first, and we're looking out for our particular interests and everything like that. Now, as far as Black Lives Matter, you got to understand one thing. And also say before, when you understand that, well, there's one fundamental thing, right? One fundamental thing. Nobody gives a fuck about black people. You know what I'm saying? When you understand that, right? And then you understand, well, somebody gave millions of dollars to Black Lives Matter. Well, if you really don't understand it, nobody gives a fuck about black people, right? Then why would they give money to Black Lives Matter? There are other ulterior, nefarious things going on that led George Soros and whoever. Who knows? Who knows? It could be just not just George Soros. It could be the Koch brothers who gave money to Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? We don't know where the money's coming from. You know, all I know is like the grassroots people who were down there on the ground who said, "Look, we want this opened up and everything. We want this investigated and everything like that." Was not taken care of. Nobody even did a real expose as far as let me look at Michael Brown's situation. Nobody even did a real expose and said, "Wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. The guy in the video in the store wasn't Michael Brown." Now you think about this. The guy that said that robbed the store and everything, first of all, that wasn't Michael Brown. That didn't happen that day. Now, if that's the case, then why is it if you got all these millions of dollars, right, floating around, how come no one's even put out a video or took the time to investigate and say, here's the timeline. Boom, 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 boom. And that would have took away the argument that this guy was a criminal, just robbed the store, and he got into a fight with Darren Wilson and got shot.
Hey, real quick, I'm gonna do a hood expose on Black Lives Matter, and I'm gonna put it out here right now. I'm gonna do it here in the next week or so.
Okay.
Black Lives Matter was the largest Nigerian scam ever ran. It was found by a Nigerian woman. They took the money, and it's in Lagos somewhere.
You serious?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro. I don't know, man. It's a weird situation. None of that money's being circulated back into the black community.
Now you remember something. Black Lives Matter. The people. This is how I knew something was wrong, right? And I was listening, watching Irritated Genius, right? I knew something was wrong. Something wasn't set right with me, right? Okay, you had Black Lives Matter, right? This is another thing, right? And I want my people to be smarter and put on your. Remember we used to say back in the day, your third eye. Put on something. Put on your thinking cap for a second, right? Right. When Black Lives Matter, have you had people out there? Okay, Black Lives Matter. You say grassroots people, right? The media chose to focus on a group of black women, right? Who they Black Lives Matter was just a hashtag. So anybody can go out there and put a sign up that says Black Lives Matter and basically say, "Oh, we got Black Lives Matter." Let me calm down. We got a lot to talk about tonight. What you had out there was Antifa, these hardcore lesbian groups, and all these people joined together and everything, and the media stop focusing on that young brother that was in that they found dead in St. Louis, and focus on these people. They start saying pigs in a bacon, fire like bacon. All these things the media would do would say, look, this is Black Lives Matter. They say pigs in a blanket. First of all, there is no particular one organization. Show me the headquarters or even the website of the so-called Black Lives Matter. It was a hashtag, right? So the media, despite all this stuff about the internet being so powerful and everything, the media chose to follow a certain group of black females and people around, right? That basically call themselves Black Lives Matter. First thing they do once they say Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, and they say, look at this group, Black Lives Matter. They'll Instagram Ferguson. They show up at Bernie Sanders rally, right? The most liberal politician in the world, right? And they snatch the mic, bum rush the stage, and snatch the mic out of his hand, right? Why Bernie Sanders? Right? Then they would just show up at auditoriums and show up at different places and everything and disrupt it, stuff like that. I'm like, and then who were the people? All females, right? There were no men involved. There were absolutely no men. And then, right, then I said, okay, how come there's no men involved in these so-called Black Lives Matter, right? And all of a sudden I saw the one video where the one guy, what I'm saying, they said, well, this has been a really good thing. We had a rally that was at a school auditorium. And all of a sudden, what happened was I seen one of the dudes start twerking, start twerking. I said, what the hell am I looking at? I'm saying the guy was like, Black Lives Matter. And he started doing a twerk, started bending over twerking. And then it just started dawning on me, right? I started looking at these things. The one guy that committed suicide, he was a homosexual. I'm saying he was, the guy that committed suicide in front of the, I think it was in Ohio, whatever, like that, one Black Lives Matter guy and everything like that. All these guys, okay.
Hold on. Committed suicide. No, I don't think he was. You sure he was? I don't think he was gay.
I think he was having some demons. I think that's what it was, because I listened to him talking one night. He was just real lost, just really, just that you don't just kill yourself. You're saying you're having you're battling these things inside you and everything like that. And I think he just took his life, And then I'm asking the question. I'm like, okay, if you guys then the one girl said, well, what we're trying to do is queer the movement. Queer them. We got queer folks and everything. And then you look at that manifesto. They said they wanted the end to women oppression. That means marriage. You know what I'm saying? And women having access to money, so they don't have to leave men. And if we have two female households and all stuff like this, that was what they want. I said, wait a minute. If I looked at the manifesto, I said, what does that have to do with Michael Brown and somebody getting shot? So they used the pain of the black man getting killed in Ferguson. You know what I'm saying?
So they pulled what the civil rights movement did. You used to pay the black people to push homosexuality, drugs, hippieism.
Yeah,
Same
yeah. So same thing, same thing. But the thing was the Ferris is this though, right? The media, right? The media kept going along with this. Oh, we got Black Lives Matter. We were also everybody was debating this online, saying these fools out here do not speak for. Well, we're angry and we're talking about one thing. You got some bros out there talking about going to war. You got the new Black Panther Party and everything like that. The only thing people they were interviewing was these particular group of Black Lives Matter people who were out there. Then there one group of Black Lives Matter, right? Were white people in Virginia. Get this. There were white people in Virginia dressed all black, right? And they stopped traffic. Not one person was black, but said, look, we got a Black Lives Matter stop trafficking thing. They were all white, dressed with their face covered and everything, dressed in all black and everything like that. And come to find out what it is, it was Antifa. Left wing radicals. You know what I'm saying? But the media knows that, right? They know that these are white groups trying to use the police brutality and everything like that, and the anger of black community to push their own agenda. You know what I'm saying? They know that, but the media is silent about it. The media's like, well, we're gonna keep saying it's Black Lives Matter, right? So I told people all the time, I said, why don't we just create a new hashtag? No, we gotta hashtag. Just because it's on everywhere, don't mean you gotta use it. You know what I'm saying? Now what's happened to Black Lives Matter is completely dead. But don't listen to Common Genesis. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever listen to Common Genesis. I told you, look, man. The bottom line is the movement, wherever you throw Black Lives Matter, has been hijacked. It's a political football being used by the Democrats and Republicans to gin up their base. The right wing is using this to get people out there to the polls, and the end result is you got Donald Trump as president. Now, if like I said, if you're stupid, you're stupid. Sit down for a minute. I will sit there and teach you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to listen, I'll teach you. But black people, like I said, what the show's about tonight is this emotionalism. We're gonna rise up with that. It doesn't even matter if you accomplish everything, as long as you're rising up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna rise up. We're gonna kick some ass. We're gonna do the other thing.
Listen. I got to interject for a second, Colin. So I've been having this. Maxine Waters is the sacred cow of the black political sphere debate on Facebook.
Look,
And
I haven't.
well, and this is the thing. This is the thing. She's a sacred cow, and I ask how, and people are giving me vague answers like, "Look at policy." She stopped a library from being torn down in Compton, which is now a predominantly Latino area, and I just started pulling out the facts. The only area in LA that black people are not being gentrified out of is Skid Row. Skid Row is home to the highest homeless population in America. Skid Row is about 80% black. That's nothing to be proud. That's not a victory. And I just start hitting them with the facts as far as prison. Black people are only 8% in LA, but make up damn near the numbers is just ridiculous in regards to prison, being gentrified out of the communities, the wealth gap, and they don't want to. They just get emotional and don't want to address that.
Yeah, like I said, the bottom line is, like I said, going forward, you understand the way that as me, as an administrator of the BAIO and any other movement we do or whatnot, we got to make black people understand something on that. Your emotion is not going to run over College Genesis, Dynasty, and all of us. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The bottom line, I really at this point in my life and whatnot, I don't really give a damn about black people's emotions. But tell you like it is. Tell you the facts. Maxine Ward is going to be 80 years old this year. 80 years old. 80. You know what I'm saying? 80-year-old woman. You know what I'm saying? She has no business. Her, Nancy Pelosi, all these old women have no business being in politics. She should be someplace retired. You know what I'm saying? A woman out there talking the nonsense. She has nothing tangible to show for what she do. A congresswoman. You know what I'm saying? A congressman. A congressman, like I said on the last show, you should replace a congressman like you replace your drawers. Every 2 years, you should get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? There was this Latino woman upset in New York. You heard about that? And that upset this.
Yeah. She won. She beat
but it was they rallied. She rallied the Latino community. They got an interest. Okay, they fired up about whatever their interest, their cause are. They may not win, where we may not like it, and everything like that. But the bottom line is, the difference between us and them is we treat these black leaders like they're sacred cows. You know what I'm saying? They're out there fighting for us. Our self-esteem is so low that all somebody has to do is tell them I love you. Oh, Auntie Maxine. She ain't your aunt. She's a crook.
Hey, here we go. Reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my time. Oh yeah, she's showing them white supremacists. She's showing them folks up there in Congress.
Yeah.
I'm reclaiming my time.
And what gets me is this: black people just like people who are loud and sassy and loud. He just And the white, how white people operate. They'll sit there and let you get your emotions out, which you know you're gonna forget about within 24 hours, right? And you piss a white person off, you know what he's doing? You ever see them? They'll sit there, smile, they'll won't say nothing, they'll smile. They're like, okay, okay, I understand what you're saying, you say your thing. But the bottom line is they're conniving. They'll go back there and say, okay, now let me go to work and I'm gonna make sure them niggas suffer. You know what I'm saying? But they'll sit there, bide their time. They'll say, okay, yeah, okay, this, that, thing. Black people, you know what I'm saying? We're surface people. Whatever we are the first at that moment, that's what we are. That's what they know. They don't care about police, black people getting shot by police. Because they know you'll be mad for like 3 months, right? But until football season comes along and basketball season is something else occupy your mind, you'll forget about the whole thing. You have nothing tangible, nothing long term. You have no continuity with anything we do. You know, it's just emotionalism and anger, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna tear shit up, this, that, the other thing. And the bottom line is, you break a couple stores in Baltimore and Ferguson, people got insurance, they're gonna rebuild and everything. But your image and what your cause is forever tarnished. You know what I'm saying? They said, Carl, you tell me we shouldn't break shit, this, that, and the other thing. The bottom line is this, folks, you know what I'm saying? It's if there's a certain amount of black people, percentage of black people who think that that's the way to go. We're gonna threaten with violence, this and the other thing. And what happens is this: they never actually do the violence that they say they're gonna do. Right? If somebody said we're gonna go to war with this and the other, okay, I'll say, hey, go right, yeah. You think you could go to war with the system? Go right ahead, man. You think you can do it? But they'll say it enough, right? And they'll say it enough. They'll never actually go to war, right? But what they'll do is use that anger and momentum to attack other black people. You know what I'm saying? But say you ever sit around people and they'll sitting there talking all this nonsense and everything. Say, look, okay, and you want to talk about nothing? Oh, see, you a Negro peen because you ain't agreeing with what I'm saying. No, I ain't got my freaking head up your ass because I know you're talking shit. You know what I'm saying? You're talking garbage out your ass, and you just want a platform for somebody to listen to your garbage. You ain't gonna produce what you say you're gonna produce. You ain't gonna buy what you say you're gonna buy. You ain't gonna do all that. You ain't gonna rise up. You ain't gonna do none of that stuff you say. Well, all you want to do is sit up on high and sit like you're gonna do something, and then when somebody criticizes you, you're gonna use that to fool people to make it seem like you up on high, and anybody criticize you is criticizing the movement. Like there is some movement going on, and that something's really gonna happen. And I'm here tonight to tell you that all these so-called black leaders and talking heads mouth are full of freaking shit. Ain't nobody rising up. Ain't nobody gonna do jack and whatnot because the bottom line, we've been here for 400 years and we haven't done a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? I just look at the Euro American and everything like that. These people are getting everything they want. Look, Donald Trump is taking the trade war across the world. They didn't think he would do it. He's taking the trade war to China. He's taking the trade war to the EU. He's sticking to every last one of them and daring them to
Hey, real quick, Kyla, I know you brought that up. I know we're shifting gears a little bit. How do you think this trade war is going to end up?
Well, if Donald Trump is right, Europe is the aging. Europe is nothing without Africa, the dumping of goods on Africa and the U.S. You know, say take away the United States and take away Africa, Europe is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Europe is nothing. Most of Europeans do not do the majority of them do not do hard physical labor. You know what I'm saying? It's outsourced. It's a whole worldwide system of logistics that allows them to live. They can work. Most European countries they can work 6 months out of the year and collect welfare or a disability for the next 6 months out of the year and live good, and then go skiing in the Aspens for the rest of the year. That's the average life of a European in Norway, and they got all kinds of social benefits and everything, They're rich countries and everything. The people are well taken care of. They do not want to mess with the United States because the United States will fuck this shit up. You know what I'm saying? And this guy Donald Trump is not playing with these people. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna we're gonna attack your steel, and they're building new steel plants in America. They're building 10 new steel plants in America. And I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Because before, you understand something. You understand something. Every president before saw all these countries as equals. Let's get rid of borders. We're all one country, one world, and everything. And what's happening is these countries basically don't think like that. They're trying to they're trying to build their own economies up and whatnot, and only America was stupid enough to basically let them do it at their expense. So Donald Trump's like, no, Mercedes Benz and whatnot, you don't want to import our agricultural products. We're going to tax all your Mercedes Benz and BMWs coming into the United States by 30-40%, right? And so they changed their trade policy.
Kyler, real quick, this is where I'm confused. You know, there's a Mercedes Benz plant, I believe, in Alabama.
Right. Okay, this is okay. The Mercedes plant out Alabama, that's one thing, right? But you still got imports. You know what I'm saying? That's probably only supplies about a third of their market here. You know what I'm saying? The rest are imported, and also parts and all the other stuff are imported. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, if you got like the Mercedes, I wouldn't even think the Mercedes Benz in America, the one plant and everything, probably only supplies like 20% of the American market. That's nothing. But the high end luxury cars and everything like that they build and everything, the cars that cost $100,000, $200,000 are made in Germany still. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with BMW. Yeah, they may have plants and everything like that here, just like Toyota and Mitsubishi and everything. Toyota got plants in America, right? But majority of their their cars come from other countries. They come from Southeast Asia. They may be in Canada. They may be in Mexico. They may be coming straight from Japan. All these other places and everything. So it's everything like that because you may get some cars that people want that's built in America that people want may not be built in America. They're still built in overseas. So therefore, tariffs can really hurt people who are importing stuff into the United States. Same thing with steel. Steel. The United States was steel industry was going down and everything like that. So he slapped China, and that basically, and then he pulled China's hand card. You know what I'm saying? China is like was telling the world, and I still think China's superpower. But you understand something? China has at least half of its population still in poverty. You know what I'm saying? The United States can wait out any trade war with these countries. You know what I'm saying? Because America has the highest standard of living. You know what I'm saying? These countries can't afford any slowdown in growth or economic development. They got plans and projections for the next 50 years. You know what I'm saying? If the United States starts saying this, that, and the other, you're going to give us this, you're going to give us this, they're going to give the United States anything they want to keep whatever they got going on right now flowing. You know, and so Trump pulled the card. But the interesting thing is this: Trump is doing this for the white American, and then he says, black people have the lowest unemployment and everything. This is what we give to the black. We have a little excess to crumbs and everything from our table of plenty. We got our blacks in America. They got the lowest unemployment rate. They'll brag about that forever. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're right back to like I would say 1960, when the white racists would brag that our blacks in America have the highest standard of living in America. You know what I'm saying? No, in the world. No other black people in the world have a higher standard of living than the black people in America. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, basically, there's a cap on what you're going to do in America. That's all you have. If you got a factory job, whatever, you can feed your family. That's all America's offering you. If you think everything's good in America, you do like that, then you don't need to listen to College Genesis and the BAIO. But if you really believe in land infrastructure nationhood as a future, then maybe one day we could be more than this. And that's another thing. Let me tell you something, folks. When we talk about nationalism and everything, it ain't always dire. It was dying in poverty. Sometimes some of us want more. You know, there's four letter word, more. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes things are not enough. I want more. You mean to tell me after 400 years? Okay, the white man says, okay, y'all black people got a little bit of money in your pockets, and you got a low unemployment and everything. Okay, some black people are like, I'm good, Mr. Charlie. You know what I'm saying? But some boy says we want more. We see the potential of raising our own capital and building Africa because we want more. We're not in need. We want more. Yes, our needs are met and everything like that, but we want more. The same thing they want. They want more. They got the whole world at their feet, but they still want what? More, 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 more. Do we understand that? So when people start talking about mediocrity and all this kind of stuff, like we just gotta get our little this that the other thing and give us our reparations and all like that. I feel like smacking the heck out of Mama Milana. You know what I'm saying? I want more, 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 more. That's not enough for me. I want a
What?
land of my
What?
own.
Here we go. What? What? Black people ain't got no money to go see Black Panther. We ain't
Yeah,
got no money to go see Black Panther.
yeah. Please,
And,
I feel like jumping through the flames though.
here we go. And here we go, Kyla. Oh, all the actors in Black Panther, they was predominantly from Africa. They was from Africa. They wasn't descendants of slaves. But then here we go. Here we go. Here's the irony. Here's the irony, Kyla. Well, won't we build our own studios as Black people and shoot our own movies and hire strictly members of the descendants of the slave trade to act in these movies? Oh, Black people ain't got no money. Black people ain't got no money to build nothing.
The money that we put in the Black Panther, because that was black. I know a lot of people seen that went to see the movie 3 times, and most of the money, 60% of the revenue came from the United States. That means black people put big millions of dollars in the coffers of Disney and everything. We have money, you know what I'm saying? We will turn out a good product, but you put out crappy products and everything like that, and garbage movies and everything, we ain't gonna support you. As simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Black people are not poor. You know what I'm saying? We're getting by, we're not poor. The economic numbers are like the black people are slowly rebuilding, but we want more. You know what I'm saying? We want to be above. We're tired of being working class and lower middle class. We are ready to step up to the next level. Let me tell you something, and let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me be frank with you, right? Tell you why. It's time for black people in America to understand something. Your way of life is under threat. You know what I'm saying? We cannot be a working class people, a working class people forever. Diane, can we do this? There are people ready to come here and do what we do, primarily jobs, factory jobs, everything, for less money and work harder and have a lower standard of living to have that. America at some point in time is going to have to replace even not just black people, white people too. So if you either have to go up, move up the food chain, or you're going to be eliminated. Investing and becoming investing people, looking overseas, becoming businessmen, being traders. People say, "Oh, that's far fetched." No, it's not. No, it's not. If you have brave leaders that's ready to lead us to those promised lands, those things like that, it's time to start looking at them because we can't keep doing what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? We need to own factories. We need to own, invest in industries and all stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We need to build trade with Africa and help Africa build because that's the only future we have. We need to create an army of millionaires and billionaires in the black race, armies of them, armies. You know what I'm saying? That are fortified and ready to go to war. There's an old saying in the art of war: business is war, and we're not even nowhere near. You know what I'm saying? Not only are we not even prepared, we're not even little David Glass with a slingshot. The white man is Goliath up there with his big sword and everything like that, and shield, and the black man don't even have a little pebble to fight back with. Yeah, we got a low unemployment rate, Mr. Trump, man, but the bottom line is we as a race, as a black race, with a mighty black race and whatnot, we can't sit there and be content with good unemployment numbers. We need more, more, more. Now, those of you who are satisfied with what you're doing, hey, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You're satisfied to say your thing. But let me ask you a question right here.
Go ahead, ask. Go ahead.
What can you basically wow? You ever see that thing, that wow effect?
Yeah.
We don't have a wow effect in our community. We don't have anybody yet that wows us and everything. You know what I'm saying? There's no wow. There's no awe. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people talk about, oh yeah, Jay-Z. I guess Jay-Z.
No, and I was about to go there. Our wow is killer Samboism and destructive clownery. That's our wow.
Yeah, wow. What's our wow? You know what I'm saying? Which when you go
and our wow is in the trap, selling dope, rolling 27 rims, guns, Uzi, shooting Negroes in the face, selling dope. That's our wow.
we're the only group of people. You gotta mute me, brother. We're the only group of people that celebrates drug sell. And think about this: not in Africa, no place else on this earth where your popular music genre, your favorite TV shows, constantly shows you in a state of destruction, self-hate, self-murder, war, and chaos, and just everything. Black male relationships at an all-time low. Yeah, but we got good unemployment numbers. You know what I'm saying? Colorism is at an all-time low, is at all-time high, and everything. It's getting worse. Yeah, but we got low unemployment numbers. You know what I'm saying? Neegrowism. You know what I'm saying? Neo-Negroism. You know what I'm saying? Is at an all-time high. Yeah, but we got low unemployment numbers. And everything. Things are good and everything. The bottom line is this. The bottom line is this. You are going to be a Negro forever until you control the context of your reality. You know what I'm saying?
I want you to repeat that again. But guys, get the likes up. We have 123 people watching, only like 55 likes. Stop being stingy with the likes. And the people who super chatted, thank you for super chatting. But we need to go in on the how you're going to be a permanent Negro if you don't
Yeah.
control your own. Go ahead.
We don't control our own destiny. You know what I'm saying? We don't control the context of our reality. We don't even control the images of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Black people, we look at the meme. There was one meme out there. I gotta find this meme. I don't know where it is, but I gotta find this meme. It's hilarious, right? It said, "Is TV destroying your children?" Right? And it has a bunch of kids sitting on the end of a bed, and they're like looking at a TV set, and they're like horrified, right? Television is like the killing fields. You know what I'm saying? Television, they know when they put those programmings out, the subtle messages and everything like that, is to make you hate yourself, doubt yourself, hate your own people, hate your own race. You know what I'm saying? And also be content with being ruled and dominated by another race of people. Black America generates 1.2 trillion. If the unemployment numbers stay the way they are, that could hit in the next 10 years 3 trillion. Now, but we're not going to see any of that money because we have never been in. Think about this, right, folks? Think about this and think about this hard. We have never, ever been in an investment community. When we talk about investments, people automatically think you're a criminal. We've been criminalizing investors. You're an investor, you're a criminal. There's something nefarious about you. Bye bye, it can't work. Bye bye bye. You're trying to rob black people of money. You can go through all the legal channels of the SEC and everything like that, and Negroes. You could be in, do all that stuff like that, and nobody still trust you. Black banks, get this. Now, people say, I don't trust my money in a black bank. Do you know black banks are subject to the same regulatory things and everything as well? Your money is safe no matter what bank you put it in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's,
what ignorant person would think that a black bank in America would not be subject to the same
well,
regulatory?
there's got to be something because there's got to be something because the biggest black bank is only worth Citibank. I think it's worth, but no, it's not Citibank. I forgot what it is. Citibank? I don't know. No, so something. I forgot the name. Don't quote me on this, right? It's only worth a half a billion dollars. You know what I'm saying? A bank, we have no billion-dollar bank with $1 billion in assets. You know, we have churches, we have businesses and everything. I'll be honest with you, right? I don't have a black bank in my area. I think we do. I think I do. I gotta do my research and everything like that more. But I like to take $1,000 and put it in that black bank and let it sit there and everything, and do something with it and everything. But we don't have black banks in our community. One of the reasons is this. Let me say this. And this is going to be very, very controversial. Very, very controversial. Right? Every time I hear the black bank, right? Well, person, good people, right? They went to college and everything, went to a Morehouse, guys agreed, knows everything, want to help his community and everything like that. But you have people who want to practice nationalism and nationhood in the context of being a Negro. Nationhood and nationalism and black power and Negroism do not mix. You know what I'm saying? Do not mix. When you have a situation when you're really serious about building black capital and black wealth and everything, you build a capital for wealth. Black America right now is that when banks when banks come into a community, right? They look at the community they're going to invest in, right? They'll go to let's say Pleasantville. Let's make up a fictitious town. Pleasantville, USA, right? Let's pick this down. Population, population 50,000, 95, 98% Caucasian, some Hispanic, some black, right? You have this people, the average income there, the income level there, the median income there is $75,000, right? Now, every bank would say the probability of you going there and being profitable is high. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they look at the community. You know what I'm saying? You got people, white communities, people marry. You know what I'm saying? People are getting married in there by the time they're 25 to 30. That means they're going to buy a house, right? So that's a market right there. They do probabilities. In the black community, people aren't getting married. You know what I'm saying? 70% of all black children are raised in single mother household. You know what I'm saying? A lot of females, black females, even if they have good jobs, are in debt with student loans and everything. So they're living in an apartment. They live in an apartment, right? And they raise their kids by themselves, right? Even with a college education, college degree, they're still struggling. So they look at all this and everything. Wow, black unemployment numbers are really low as we've been a long time. But they're not going to change. Listen to this very carefully. The black unemployment numbers is not going to change the way the banks act and all these other things act, right? Now, I just said that, right? I just said how if you're in Pleasantville, white America, they were saying they're going to make a killing. That same bank, right, will look at a black community, same things, and look at all the social dynamics and the cultural dynamics, the crime and all stuff like this. And they're saying, you're not a good bet. And that's what we had, what we call redlining. Now, some banks are almost forced to loan in high risk areas, and that's federal protection of certain black neighborhoods to give people loans in high risk neighborhoods, right? Now, a lot of black banks have said, okay, we'll take that risk because we want to give our people a chance to own homes and everything like that, right? Putting the cart before the horse, right? A lot of these black banks end up folding because the people could not pay the mortgage back. They lose their jobs, as always happens in black communities and everything. Plant shuts down or whatever like that, or they get laid off and everything. All the things that typically that almost avoided in white America. They'll shut a black business, a plant has. I remember a couple of months ago, there was Sam's Club in Maryland. Gave everybody the weekend off and shut the place down. People went there Monday and found they didn't have a job. The place was gone, empty. Remember a few months ago? You know, it was Sam's Club. People, I thought I had a job.
Oh yeah, Sam's Club. Yeah,
And they went to go. That's happened all over America, right? Why? Because they could probably pull that Sam's Club someplace else, hire Mexicans and everything, and turn a profit again. Our lifestyle in America is under threat because we cannot be a working poor people anymore. We cannot do it. It can't sustain it. We got way too many people here that will do these jobs and everything and not complain. You know what I'm saying? So we have to take it to the next level. And the next level is nationalism, nation building, and international business, international trade, building capital, building wealth, and doing all these things. And also, we have to change our culture in America. Our culture has changed. You know what I'm saying? We cannot let the Pookies and the Ray Rays define us anymore. You know what I'm saying? We cannot let that happen. You know what I'm saying? We cannot be a drug dealer, a criminal and everything. Any area that we occupy has to be safe. You know what I'm saying? We cannot let grown men abuse our girls. We have to start putting smiles on our people's faces again. We have to become a new people again. You know what I'm saying? We have to reinvent ourselves as a race. You know what I'm saying? For the future. And I believe nationalism is the only way because it'll give us a focus. Trying to be an American, Black Power American, or Black Brown, disappointed in James Brown. You know what I'm saying? Even though I love not James Brown, Jim Brown. Even though I love Jim Brown and everything like that, I'm disappointed. The American flag, you know, that ball has sunk. You know what I'm saying? American Neegroism has sunk. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, whatever it is, if we're gonna have a low unemployment, okay, let's basically take the initial wealth and everything and build something else because we cannot get lured into partying and all this kind of nonsense that's gonna put us back to sleep. Our worst fear is us going back to sleep again. You know what I'm saying? We're awake right now and everything like that. We have to basically get to the point where we're saying enough is enough. It's time for us to build something for our own land infrastructure nationhood. You know what I'm saying? As an end game. If we have a global presence, right? We should have a presence in every country in the world, right? We should be the people that should be leading us are millionaires and billionaires, giving our youths and our people jobs all over the world. You know what I'm saying? And we're united as one big tribe around the world and everything. And we should have that nation state, that city state on the African continent that gives us diplomatic cover and diplomatic protection around the world and everything. Now, the bottom line is the die is cast. America is going to with Justice Kennedy retiring today. You're going to have another fight on the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is going to go more and more right wing. You know what I'm saying? You're never gonna get that coveted anti-lynching bill, as we call it. It used to be the anti-lynching bill, but then it became the civil rights protections. You know what I'm saying? Against police brutality and stuff like that is nothing but modern day lynching. Okay, hey, you got any questions in the chat room?
Let me check. Just a lot of statements, but everybody, thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button as you come in. And in regards to Black Lives Matter, we need more transparency as far as what they were actually doing with the money and where the money was going. So that's why I made that comment.
Oh yeah, you absolutely
very odd because it's crazy. They want to see Trump's tax returns, but no one's questioning where all this Black Lives Matter money went to.
Where all this travel. Every time I looked around, they were out eating and whatnot. They're showing up in different cities and everything like that. They're going like 3, 4, 5 cities in one day and everything. And I'm like, who the hell pays for this travel and everything like that? You know, this thing, and they always got somebody in the media right in front of them and everything. And so basically, this is what I saw, right? I saw this as basically these people were really were trying to gin up for Hillary. They really thought that Hillary was going to win and everything like that. And there was this new alliance.
No, it's just not her. It's just not them. Your boy Roland Martin, Van. They were all, as we did, jockeying for a position under Hillary Clinton.
Right. Because the why? Because the bottom line, they're not thinking long term. They're thinking about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Roland Martin doing that jig dance, that buck dance with Hillary on stage when I was fat legs up there doing his dance. Remember that? I dance with my son. Remember that? Can you find that video?
Let me get on.
Yeah. We need that video.
Hold on, I'm gonna find it right.
I dance with my son. I dance with my son. We need that right about now. Roller Martin.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you found it, man. You good, man.
Hold on. Doing the wobble. Hillary Clinton and your boy Roland Martin. That's your boy. Hold on, let me share the screen. Hold on. That's your boy Roland Martin doing the wobble.
Is Tariq 2020?
No, this is just we're gonna give our own commentary. How about that?
Okay.
Hold on. All right, let's go to this real quick. Goodness, damn shame. Here we go.
That is it for us. I do gotta ask you, do you know how to wobble?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you know how to wobble?
Roller, he's thinking about the pork chops.
I mean, the White House. It's not even that, man. It's just I just hate, Kyla, that they think the only way to engage Black people or for Black people to engage in any type of discussions that are serious, we got to dumb it down with rap music and hip hop.
Yeah, I know. I really can't stand
you know, like you're 5 years old or 6-year-old and you're in a math class, or they got these academies out here that are ran by like whites and Jews. And, in order for them to teach Black kids their mathematics, instead of just 1 + 1 is 2. It's
Oh, you know that
plus one,
Diane,
1 + 1 is 2. 1 + 1
you know
is 2.
that too, right?
2 +
They
2
got
is
to do a
4.
rap and
2 +
everything
2
like that.
is 4. 4 + 4 is 8. 4 + 4 is 8. Trap in the trap. When you got 1 + 1 in the trap is 2.
And, like I said, the bottom line is, you know why? Because there's not an end game. If end game, the Japanese kid knows that the reason why he studies is because he sees somebody like him on top of a building as a multi billionaire. He said, "I want to be like that." See, nationhood solves all our problems. If you see a nation, they say, "Well, I want to go over there one day and become an architect. I want to be a builder. I want to be an executive. I want to be on something like that." You don't have to do like that. That kid's gonna stay and with his head in the books.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Nature solves our problems.
All right, go ahead. I'm gonna play the video, but go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. I'm good.
Karen, the black folks in your staff, they teach you how to do the wobble. Trust
Can
me.
you show me how to do it?
I can show you how to do it. You're going to pick up some votes, trust me.
Well,
But
You're gonna pick up some votes, trust me.
Yeah.
See, this is just sad. All Negroes gotta do, all Hillary Clinton has to do is do the wobble, and she has the black
Bring
vote.
some hot sauce.
Bring some hot sauce. Got the black vote. That's it.
Well, but I gotta see it.
But when you call the same black people that voted for Hillary because she did the wobble on what black politicians are doing, what Hillary Clinton was doing for the black community, and have a serious conversation, they want to get emotional. And then when you point the facts that they're not doing anything for black people, they want to get emotional and call
Same thing
you
with Mexican water.
and yeah, exactly.
I'm like, you need some music. I don't need music, but I'm just saying.
Okay, who can show me? Come on, don't be shy.
I told y'all Black Network, we do a little bit different.
Well, you raised it. Now don't leave me hanging
Hold
out
on, you want me
here.
to put my iPod on? I got music.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh yeah, plug this up right now. Y'all know I'll put it on now. Secretary Clayton, it's a pleasure. Thank you so very much. Claflin, thanks you as well. Round of applause, please. Democratic presidential candidate.
Thank you, Roland.
Secretary Hillary Clinton. That's how I told y'all need the music. Don't let the ass kind of fool you.
Golly, that was probably one of the most embarrassing moments in black politics.
Well, that's why he's not on he's not on television no more.
Yeah.
That's why he's not Roland played himself. You know, sad thing is because Roland Martin's an intelligent dude. You know what I'm saying? He's an intelligent dude. But the whole thing is, you know, like I said, the whole thing is this. Let me ask you a question, guys. This whole thing about black people being lured into the election cycle. How come I don't see any other group of people paying so much attention? The Japanese, the Chinese, everybody else got what they want out of America. Well, they got their politics in their own countries. You know what I'm saying? When I talked to Liberians, their politics is wrapped up in Liberia. You know, everything was going on in Liberia, whatever like that.
Right.
Black people in America, you know what I'm saying, if we do talk about politics, it's every election cycle. What are they gonna do for us? Oh, blah, blah, blah. You know, such and such don't like us and everything. You know, you don't have anything on the table substantial. We should have been, and I'm gonna say something, right? I was thinking about this, how I'm gonna approach this, right? I'm saying to myself, when is it that, you know, okay, you know, I'm seeing all these black men right before Trump, when Trump got elected, they go up to the Trump Tower, and then some people making comments about Donald Trump, the new president, and he said he'll reach out to any black man. And you had Elijah Cummings saying, "I don't know, I can't meet with you, I'm scared." You had all these people, John Lewis, "Oh, I'm gonna oppose you. I'll show up I'm gonna get ready for a fight, whatever." Where is the black men? The men. I'm coughing days. Oh man, I'm really excited to cough. Check this out. Where is the black men who could basically speak for the masses of black people that could stand up and look not as a thug, not being disrespectful, not being unruly, but say, look, I would like to have I have the ear of the black masses. I would like to have a sit down with you as a gentleman, Mr. President-elect, and let's talk. Not nothing promised, everything. Let's have a talk. You know what I'm saying? As a man, man to man. You know what I'm saying? But yet what we saw was, I wouldn't meet with him. I wouldn't talk to him. I have this, he's a racist. He's a racist. You already empowered him. You know what I'm saying? You already made him out to God, out to God. You made him out to Thanos. Oh, we just saw blah 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 blah. And it goes to show me these are men in their 50s and 60s and sometimes 70s, and they haven't become men yet. But yet, when you saw Kim Jong Il, how was he acting with Donald Trump as an equal? You know what I'm saying? They sat there and talked, and he forced Donald Trump as respect. Okay, we're talking about millions of lives here. I'm representing my people, this, that, and the other thing. And they sat down, talked, chat. Okay, it's a long again. We may not, it may agree to disagree. It may not, it may go one way and everything. But at least we sat there and we looked at ourselves eye to eye and talked like a man. I'm saying I'll let you know what I'm saying. I'll let you know that we do not have even black men in this country that can stand up and have the confidence to say, yes, this is what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the community, I'm a $1 billion investor and everything. I got this, that, and the other thing. This is what needs to happen, everything. Everybody's over there cooning, and even Bob Johnson. Oh yeah, just Donald Trump's a great man, blah, 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 this, that, and the other thing. Doing Donald Trump's bidding before he even promised you anything. You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro. You're muted. Donnie, you muted.
How do you feel about Brian Allen? Brian Allen. How do you feel about him?
Byron Allen, right?
Byron Allen, yeah.
I like Byron Allen, even though he does his thing with the interracial, i.e., white and white. I don't know. I see that's another thing. You know, that's another thing. You know, when you got somebody Byron Allen and the other guy Smith, that's a billionaire. These guys seem like they're good men, but they're married to white women. I don't know. You know, I maybe I have to look past that because all the other people out here and whatnot, you know, I just don't have any confidence in them. Byron Allen is an excellent businessman. You know what I'm saying? He's strong. He's, you know, he knows what he wants. You can talk all you want and everything like that, but he is no joke. You know, we don't have enough black men like that. You know what I'm saying? That have power. That's not out there flaunting all his stuff. They ain't on the or they gotta be on every magazine cover talking about stuff. But just people that are principled, that building things, that are creating things and everything that the community can look to as a role model. We don't have that. You know what I'm saying? There should have been people, like a whole school of people, ready to talk to the new administration and say, look, this is what we have planned over in this city right here. We can revitalize the city right here, but we need capital, we need money. You know what I'm saying? We need money. You know what I'm saying? If you do this and everything like that, we're confident you can get the black vote. But we're so married to the Democrats and everything, we can't even work in our own interests. We're gonna go back to the same friggin' thing with nothing, while everybody else is making moves. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, "What about Minister Farrakhan?" That's a really tough one. As far as like a man, you know, you know, Farrakhan could have been somebody that could probably talk to Trump, but he's so out of the loop as far as like business, you know, as far as he doesn't have even though he could be the man, everything, he does not have the business. He does not build anything to warrant somebody elevating him on that level. You know what I'm saying? We do not have anybody. We don't have any business groups and people that are just powerful. You know what I'm saying? Internationally representing Black America. You know what I'm saying? We just don't. Farrakhan could have been a good thing, but he talks from a different standpoint. You know, not everybody is doing. Let me tell you something. When you talk about Black America, you're not just talking about the inner city anymore. That's another thing. You're not talking about just people who are poor or people in and out of jail. That's basically Minister Farrakhan's base. You know what I'm saying? You have a large black people at middle class. You know what I'm saying? You got people that are business people. You have people that do other things and everything. You know, Black America is not this little monolith. Who do we have that can pull all these sections of Black America together and say this is the direction we're going, and this is I'm the embodiment or the representation of that. We don't have that person in Black America. You know, we should have had that. Somebody said Farrakhan could. No, stop that with Farrakhan. Farrakhan is a leader in Black America. He was born here. He's with us. He's a leader. I respect him as a leader. That has nothing to do with he's thing. And his thing with Malcolm X, I don't look at that's another issue and everything. But as far as white Americans are concerned, now we can talk about that among ourselves. But as far as white Americans are concerned, he is a leader. But as far as like thing, he does not represent the wide, diverse, not just income level of Black America, but the whole ideology of Black America. We're a diverse people. We're not just monolith. People think we are. Diane, what do you think about it? Am I telling something?
No,
Am I saying the wrong?
No, you're telling the truth. We're not monolithic.
We're not monolithic, you know. We're not a monolith. You know what I'm saying? So we have not had that sort of leader that, like I said, all these people who are coming up on the internet, you know what I'm saying? They just get their little groups of people that they resonate with, and they alienate other people. What I want to do is, you know, when people listen to me and say, okay, well, he talks like a professional, he talks like a business person and everything like that. Okay, I relate to him. Oh, but he also talks like he's been around, like he's from the hood, whatever, like that. Okay, I can relate to him. I want to be all those things to every Black person. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to demonize the Black people that are wealthy, because what's happening is this: you have a lot of Black people who are successful, you know, and I learned this a couple of years ago. I talked to a lot of brothers, young brothers who were engineers, right? A couple of years ago, and a couple of years ago when I was doing Uber, and I met a lot of young brothers who were engineers, right? And I said to myself, you know, talking to, oh yeah, I love engineering. I was asking about, and he was surprised I knew as much about bridge construction as I did. I said, why? Well, I just watch a lot of animation and stuff like that. He said, oh yeah, that's how you do it. The pile, you put the pile in and fill it with cement and everything. This, that, and the other thing. You gotta make sure it balances everything. Yeah, you know. So anyway, I took these bros, man, several times. And but the thing is, though, you know, who are they friends with? You know, they got friends with white girls. You know, they're in that crowd. Why? Because the Black girls think they're nerds. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same as Chinese people where they have a community, a support system, you know what I'm saying, that they go to. A Chinese person who's an engineer and everything can go to a Chinese community right now. He can leap from here to Singapore to Taiwan to any other. We're the Black person engineer. Not only is he's stuck in America, but he's stuck in white America. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go to Silicon Valley, you gotta go all these other places and be around white folks because there's no Black African infrastructure in America and beyond. That's why the Black African infrastructure is created. So we can say we build something, we build places, everything. We have our own engineers, we have our own scientists, we have our own this, that, everything. Why? Because we're providing a way of life for our own people. You know what I'm saying? So you have something to build. You know, whether it's here or Africa or beyond, whatever. But we don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Because our community fundamentally, you know what I'm saying, if you're educated or you got smarts and everything, you're considered white. So we look down on people who are educated and stuff like that. And we push them out into the world where their friends are Asian, white, and everything like that. And there's nobody building up the Black community. So if there's no Black community, who can actually get up there and speak for a community that don't exist? You understand? There is no Black community because there's no infrastructure. There's nothing holding us together. No, there's no banking system that holds us together. There's no construction companies. There's nothing that holds us together. Only thing we have is the social media. The social media. The fact that we're together on social media tells us we're still a people. We still believe that we're people, and we're trying to harness something and build something on social media based on something constructive. It has to be constructive. So social media is very, very important in building socialization among our people. Because if in the abstract, right, if you driving down the street, unless you know that particular other brother and sister, you don't know what's on his mind. You don't know if he thinks the way you think and everything. But with social media, you get to see lots of people who think like you. And you build from that where people think like you and everything. And you spread your ideas and everything like that. You know, and don't worry about the people who put negativity out and everything. And the people that are negative, I mean, I'm seeing it growing. It's like we're resorting back to the negativity the colorism. I'm looking at these stupid videos of looking at, oh yeah, this thing, other thing. The jealousy and envy among black people and everything, and mixed race people throwing shade at darker people, and the bottom line is darker people showing mixed race people, and all kind of nonsense that goes on back and forth and everything, and also now the newest thing now is swirling, where many black women have resort to the fact that their salvation is getting with white guys, having sex. That's a new conquest. You got grown women and even in their 40s chasing after young white boys in their 20s as predators. Well, our community is really, really, there's segments of our community that are really, really down. And those of us who are not like that, we have to consolidate among ourselves and let these people go because they're too far gone. All the books, major bookstores, books, and everything that get published and get on the stores, everything is about interracial marriages, interracial being a bed wench. Go to any Barnes and Noble store and everything, go to the black book section. When I used to go to the black book section 20, 30 years ago, I used to see Malcolm X, I used to see this, that, and the other thing. Go to a bookstore now. Am I lying, Dynast? Go to a bookstore now. And what are you going to see?
No, you're right.
Thugs, somebody being a bed wench, I was a secretary, and my boss, he's a white guy, he's right in the house, and while his wife was on vacation, all these fantasies, because they know the ultimate target is to put it in there in these white guys' mind that there's miserable, frustrated black women that's available for them. You know what I'm saying? The white man has not lost anything as far as black women in America. They still have access to the black woman's mind, body, and soul in America. You know? And so therefore, these us black men like us, we are holding our ground. I get attacked on Facebook every day and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Colin, would you please stop? No, I'm in your dreams. I'm in your damn nightmares. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not in your dreams, I'll wake you up, dive right in your dreams, and chase you and kick your Negro stupid ass right back in line. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying? I'm sick of Negro tap dancing, cooning, and stuff like that.
Hey, Kyla Kruger.
Yeah, Kyla Kruger. I wish I was Freddy Krueger. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I come in your dreams and your nightmares and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Wake you out of your sleep and whatnot, and torment you in your dreams and your nightmares, and chase you down to hell. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You Negroes are not gonna get a day's rest with me. You know what I'm saying? No, ain't no Negro getting no day's rest with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're cooning, you're selling out, you know what I'm saying? You're bed witching, you know what I'm saying? You're shucking and jiving, you're selling us out and whatnot. I don't, I can't, I hate more than anything else. I do not like celebrities. You know what I'm saying? I don't like any celebrity. Now, the only celebrities I like right now is my boy Chad Boseman and all the people in Black Panther. I love them because they're so humble, so gracious, everything. People like that I love. You know what I'm saying? They're not out here doing all this crazy stuff like that. But all these other freaking celebrities, these demonic, satanic. Did you see the picture with Barack Obama with a satanic garb on? You know what I'm saying? He had a satanic outfit on. I was like, Lord help me. You know what I'm saying? You have Jay-Z, who's a Satanist. Jay-Z, let me tell you something. Jigga, my nigga. Jigga, you're my nigga. Jigga, let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you something. You don't listen. If you ever get this, folks, Jigga. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you about black.
Go ahead, Kyla Kruger.
Kyla Kruger, yeah. I'm Kyla Kruger. You know what I'm saying? Yo, let me tell you something, right? Black people are Christians, Muslims, everything. Some people are atheists, everything. Let me tell you something, nigga. Black people do not fuck with the devil. You know what I'm saying? You can try all you want. Talk about Satan's got a bad reputation, and you doing all this satanic spirit frying and all this kind of nonsense thing. Black people are not, look, the reason why you suffer right now is black people do not mess with the devil. Do not mess with Satan. We don't do it. Black people do not worship the devil. So you and your crazy wife can go to hell for all we care. No one gives a damn about your freaking crazy wife. Get off the stage. Just go someplace. You know what I'm saying? Take your $1 billion. You made $1 billion. All right, be happy. Go someplace. You will not get the respect. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make sure you don't get the respect. You know what I'm saying? What you want is a respected black American. No, go to your white satanic. See, once you know, and white America figures out that we don't want you, that's when they're gonna kick you in the head. That's the favorite part of the whole thing. When they know you're done. Every singer that's a black singer or celebrity that's ever sold out, whatnot. Once they basically the white people know that you're out with your own community, that's when they pour it on you. That's when you're gonna start seeing public humiliation of Jay-Z and Beyonce. When they know they can't come back to the black community, they're gonna destroy you and you're gonna be gone forever. Because the bottom line is black America is not playing. You know what I'm saying? Remember that movie, in that movie, you ever seen the movie The Last King of Scotland with Forrest Whitaker? Yeah, you're on mute, Diane, you're on mute.
I love that movie. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Love
you
that
remember
movie.
that one part at the end when he says, "What do you thought you were gonna come here, be the white man?" Does anything real in your life? He goes, "Is anything real? Have you ever done anything real, Nicholas?" He goes, and then he looked at him, and this always stuck with me. It stuck with me, and it really, check this out. It's really what he said in his next line really had an effect on me of how I talk to people, even how I deal with like a lot of Liberians and Africans. A lot of people think I don't have respect. I have the utmost respect for Liberians. I have the utmost respect for Africans, and then what I say, I have a lot of respect for our brothers and sisters in Africa. You know what I'm saying? No matter how poor you are or whatever your country's going through, I have a lot of respect. He said, he goes, we are real. You know what I'm saying? And your death is gonna show you that we're real. The problem is people think black people in America are not real. I don't know what it's gonna take for these people to stop messing with us or stop taking us for granted, stop thinking they can talk around us, talk to us in vague abstractions, and say whatever they want to say about us, and do whatever they want about us. We are friggin' real. Black America is real. We will freaking destroy anybody who thinks they're gonna take us for granted. Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton found that out the hard way. What people don't really understand is this: the reason why Hillary lost was because of Black America, not because they didn't show up a lot of times. A lot of black people went there and pushed up things for Trump just to send a message. You know what I'm saying? That Roland Martin thing was a complete embarrassment. That getting on the Breakfast Club talking about a hot sauce and everything like that, that set black people over the edge. And we would rather give a vote to Donald Trump than freaking be humiliated and taken for fools. So going forward, all these people who think they're gonna keep playing games with us, that goes for all you social media types, all you people out here taking people's money, running around, stuff like that. Your day is gonna come. There's gonna be a day of reckoning. Because the bottom line is Black America, and I'm gonna keep stoking the fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep stoking the fire. Because the bottom line is you got too many people out here playing games with the black community. You know what I'm saying? Playing freaking games, and we're serious. The bottom line is I'm saying to myself, I said, why is it that we're the only group of people that it has another thing I want to touch on too. The reason why they allow police brutality.
Real quick, Colin, before you go all the way in, everybody, please get the likes up. Please hit the like button. And then we had a question in the chat room. Shout out to Brian Cole for the super chat. And then let's see here. That's a lot of people and a lot of followers, and add some sisters. Can we post this to search for Uhuru and his guests? Sister B, put your full question in the chat room and I'll ask it. Shout out to Brian Cole for the super chat. The brothers and sisters who have platforms on social media have the opportunity to guide the community in the right direction. If we all can stay on code, we only need to come together to make it work. And then let's see here. A shout out to Inaret, who's now Belle Baguette. Tell Kyla don't get frustrated. I don't want to hear him cough.
I'm doing all right so far.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
But check this out. Right, we have tolerated disrespect of black women in our music. We've tolerated black on black murder, crimes, violence in our lyrics and all stuff like this and the other thing, right? So white people are like this. If you can tolerate all that, we're gonna give you one more thing that not only you tolerate, but you're gonna learn to accept. our police are gonna shoot you at will, and you're gonna walk and get away with impunity, and you're gonna learn to accept it, and you're gonna get away with it because you were never gonna rise up. You know what I'm saying? You didn't rise up. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see the writing on the wall when drugs and crack and everything, and you were buying records and making heroes and giving platinum albums to rappers singing and bragging about salt crack and everything. So all chickens are coming home to the roots of Black America. So now you can't just get here and come here now saying, why are we getting killed by police? Black Lives Matter. No. You know what I'm saying? It started a long time ago. I said this years ago. I said, look, the bottom line is I knew there were forces out there who were trying to commit internal genocide in Black America by making it okay to talk about the roast and talk about selling crack. Okay to basically talk about I would help they to put a nigga on his back. All this violence and everything. No other group of people talk about violence and murder to sell records. No other group of people. Do you think it's any accident they gave millions of dollars to all these black record labels? Whatnot? Because they want to destroy the culture. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you listening to College Genesis and everything like that. They want you to listen to all these people that is destructive. Because when you have destructive war zone communities, you're easy to control. They don't care about you all these killings in Black America because they know you're never going to be politically a political force. You're never going to be socially forced. Not only that, so first thing is socialization. When you have these black rallies and everything like that, you don't see that many people out there. Tell me, even in Ferguson and everything, you don't really see large numbers. They say 300 people. So that's not nothing. There's 45 million black people in America, and you can only get 300 people in Ferguson. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because the bottom line is this. If we were united like we were in the 60s and everything, when black people were the songs on the radio were the 60s and 70s, where Marvin Gaye and all these other people, the spirit of Black America was united. They broke our spirit. They do it by controlling our music. They could do it by controlling how we see each other and all these other things right here. So now they know that you can't even respond to a direct assault on your community. You have nothing. You have nothing to go on. Then what happens is we get frustrated. We start turning on each other. No, we can't just sit around in the hood and sling crack and shoot and kill and everything. Then one day, talking about we're gonna rise up and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. So they gave you one more thing that you would accept. You accepted poverty. You accepted your women don't respect you. You accepted broken home. There was even a case. Now we have an epidemic in Black America in the inner city is we got kids, boys and girls being raped and molested by their own parents. That's epidemic in Black America right now. Children are safe. Girls, you got people, little kids are getting killed by drive-by shootings and everything. And it just breaks my heart when this happens. But we tolerate it. Little girl gets shot, 9 years old gets shot. It don't matter. 2 weeks later, you're at the party and bullshit and everything. Grown-ass men that should be protecting that community and everything, patrolling, protecting the community, but you too scared. You scared. Then now you want us to believe that you care so much when a police shooting? No. We have to change our way of thinking. If we can't do anything physically about it, at least we can say we don't accept it. You know what I'm saying? But if you sit there and you're too scared to say, well, that thing's messed up and everything like that, but I won't say nothing because, I might piss somebody off and they might beat me upside the head, or that crack dealer outside my building, man, he might recognize my Facebook page and whatnot and come knock on my door and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? What the hell are you afraid of? You let these little niggas scare you? You know what I'm saying? Grown ass freaking men. The bottom line is this. Bottom line is this. We have a community that's dysfunctional, right? We're dysfunctional. We have to get back to it. There's no way you're gonna talk about fighting the system and we're not right. And we're not right within. We gotta get ourselves right first before we start taking on the system. We just don't have it together. We just don't have it together yet. Police brutality and killing and everything is just them saying we don't have the money, the time, and the resources to keep prosecuting you. So the only way we can keep you people in line is, why do you think all these 911 calls are happening? Because they know, white people know, that you're terrified of that police showing up. There's a real possibility if the police show up for any circumstances, you could be killed. White America is not going to end that. You know what I'm saying? They got the full-fledged support of the white majority community. Do what you got to do, people. Put fear in these people, because the bottom line is, you're not even second class, not even third class. You're just a nigga. And the bottom line is this: you have to at all times live in fear. You know what I'm saying? At all times, you got to know your life can be taken away if you get out of line. That's the only way they'll tolerate you in America. And that's, now we've learned to even accept that. We accepted poverty. You know what I'm saying? We dealt with slavery. We accepted Jim Crow. We accepted the fact that, when lynching used to happen, right? There used to be people lynched. My grandfather told me one time, the reason why he came to Harlem, because he saw a man being lynched. He saw a man being lynched as a young man, and a year later he moved to Harlem. He said the whole black community would sit there and just watch this man be dragged down the street in a car, you know what I'm saying? And nobody could do nothing. He would say as a young boy, why is nobody could do nothing about it? He sees strong black men that he always admired with ripping muscles and whatnot, but too scared they couldn't do nothing about it. That's powerlessness. Just like we're powerless to deal with the crack dealers and ending with them in our community. We're powerless to deal with the Uncle Toms in our community. We're powerless to deal with the police brutality. We're powerless to deal with the drug gangs and all these people that terrorize us day in and day out. We're powerlessness. The only way to achieve power now is to become a born-again nationalist. When you become a born-again nationalist, you understand all things. You ain't putting your eggs in America's basket. You can say America could fall and burn one day, and you'll be all right. Then you'll think your outlook on the world will change. But when you're powerless, when you resign to powerless, you just sit there and go, oh, what are we gonna do? The election cycle's up this year. Really, let me tell you something, folks. You haven't realized this, man. Detroit is never gonna get better. Gary, Indiana is never gonna get better. St. Louis is never gonna get better. Chicago's never gonna get better. Hell, Atlanta's never gonna get better. Baltimore, forget about it. I don't even have to tell you that. All these areas are gonna get worse. Why you got low unemployment rate? You know what I'm saying? All these areas are gonna keep getting worse and worse and worse until we basically decide it's time for us to have a nation of our own. And then we put us on a global scale where we're connected around the world globally. And the thing how we have to do that is getting behind people that's trying to do what we're doing. I'm not telling who to support, who to invest in, and whatever like that. I'll let you figure that out. But the time is now. It's to build economic and social. First of all, social infrastructure. Social infrastructure. First thing is socialization. We have to know one another. We have to confide in one another. We have to get to know each other. You know what I'm saying? We can't go by vague abstractions of what black people are. We have to know what's inside each other's mind, what's in each other's hearts, who we are. You know what I'm saying? We have to define who we are. And once we understand who we are, we understand where we're going and everything like that. I am so grateful for this platform with my brother Dinas Tamir. You know what I'm saying? He's really helped the BAIO. Our membership is soaring. People are coming in left and right and everything like that. It's been a resurgence and everything like that. And I believe this organization is going to carry Black America into the future. I
appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So we keep doing what we're doing, keep doing what we're doing, and things are going very, very, very well, very well. Any more questions, Diane? Let's see. Can Black people have at least one before I start Black economic campaign groundswell?
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, you got to understand the majority of, I mean, that would be great, but the majority of, in fact, all of the YouTubers with 1 million followers or more, they're either participating in destructive coonery, or
right. Exactly.
Their audiences are predominantly white, and they can't do that because they'll offend their audience.
It Yeah, mute. Chase out. Chase out. Yeah, mute. Chase out. Let me ask you a question. Why is it so hard for legitimate black people? I've seen white people who got channels where they do some demonstrations of something, and they got like 2 million subscribers every day. If YouTube doing something where I wouldn't even think that we would be able to attract even curious people to our platforms and everything like that. There's a billion people that use YouTube and everything like that. Why is it that it seems like only white content gets the highest number of views? Yeah, you ever thought about that?
Not that, not really. I just always looked at it as our people. I mean, they just want to be entertained. A lot of us,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, that's how I look at it. Because I mean, the serious channels, I mean, they don't have a lot of followers. They don't have a lot of subscribers. But the clownery,
Yeah.
millions.
Oh yeah, somebody, this clown, grown ass men, trying to hold it down for TK. Grown ass men in their 30s and 40s. Yeah, we got. Yeah, I mean, something has to be done. And like I said, what we're gonna keep doing is doing shows like this, And like I said, I love confrontation. I cannot wait till these fools start try to come after me, because they're gonna get crushed. You know what I'm saying? You have grown ass men out here encouraging boys who should be role models. That's another thing. You have grown men that's supposed to be role models. You're supposed to, at some point in life, it says when I was a child, I thought as a child and I acted as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. You have way too many grown ass black men. We're gonna call this out, guys. We have way too many grown ass black men who act like young boys. You know what I'm saying? I'm even thinking that
Yeah. Kamala, you have young men. They're competing with these young boys. I mean,
they're competing.
you see how many young kids, you see how many grown men I see here in Atlanta walking around, throwback jerseys, sagging pants below their damn near to their kneecaps. Yeah, that's what you're dealing with.
And you got,
you know what it is? God, you know what it is? They don't want to grow up. They just don't want to grow up.
They don't want to grow up. It's called arrested development. And this is hold on. Before we start talking about nationhood, everything like this, you gotta understand something. It sounds nice coming from my mouth. Because when you listen to colleagues, you listen to two freaking intelligent black men. Unfortunately, a large segment of black men are not like Colin Dykes. You know what I'm saying? We have too many fools out here. You know what I'm saying? Boys that don't want to grow up. You know what I'm saying? Boys that want to be men that want to be boys forever. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying grown ass. I remember a couple of years ago, I was doing a seminar at Walmart for United Healthcare. Right, I was sitting there for a couple hours. I had to sit there for a couple hours in a kiosk. Anyway, I seen two old dudes come in. Right, old boys. I only call them men. Old boys come in with white tees on and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And this dude was like in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? Like in the 70s. They'll ask me about the healthcare plans, right? And they also had a couple of young girls walk by. Like, oh man, I'm gonna get that. Dudes in their 70s. Yo, man, I'm gonna get that. Have never. Let me tell you something. And I'm gonna say something. Don't anybody get offended. I see this mostly in the South. You know what I'm saying? I see this mostly in the South, where black men have basically to get along with the white man, accept this stuff. He decided to be a boy the rest of his life. He doesn't want to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Because to be a man, you're not going to sit up here with let another race of people rule over you like this. You'd rather die than be thing like that. But they'll test their manhood with another black or with a black person. That's what the killing's all about. You insulted my manhood, boom, go away. But the white man, listen to, he's good people. Well, damn, man, he got all the businesses. Every business you know is around you and everything. And this is supposed to be a black neighborhood, but the industrial park over there, all rednecks over there, the lumber yard over there, redneck over there. Oh yeah, but I'm like, so this is what y'all use. This was your piece. He gave y'all had a little bit of jobs for a couple of generations and everything, and this, that, the other thing, and y'all never got together and decided to buy him out and whatnot and employ your own people. And then what you have, the aftermath of this, you see grown men in their 70s still have never known what it's like to be a man and grow the hell up and know what it's like to have power and power and control over their lives. You know what I'm saying? This is what we have. This is what we have. We have men, like I said, nationhood is going to require men. I don't need boys. If your boys, stay away from me. I need a man. I need men. If you're a man, you man up and come with me. You know what I'm saying? This is really just really sad situation here. And what gets me is this. You see these people, grown ass men walking around with their pants sagging and everything like that, and they're always walking. They have the nerve to be walking on the main street. You know, Main Street. You ever notice that, Dinus? They can't be walking outside out. You got to unmute.
Yes, bro. On the main road, like yeah, just the main road. Hey, leaving a CVS or the bank.
Man,
Dinus,
or
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Leaving the CVS, the bank, McDonald's.
You must have been following me around, Dinus, man. I see it all.
I mean, it's an epidemic out here in Atlanta.
It's an epidemic out here in Viet,
They're all going in and out of a CVS for some reason in the corner store. Is it CVS, a corner store, or we got here in my neighborhood, we got a hood Kroger. Yeah. You guys got Kroger up there?
Oh, Kroger is big up here.
Yeah. So I promise you, the Kroger, the CVS, or the liquor, especially the corner store, the gas station.
But we don't have no Krogers in the hood. The hood area don't have Krogers, We have Farm Fresh up here. I was at Farm Fresh was the best supermarket in the area. Kroger came here and put them out of business wherever. Farm Fresh was good, right? But anyway, a lot of black people lost it. I want to understand something. When somebody like that lose a company like that shut down, how come they don't get a bailout? Because there was so many black people that lost their jobs and everything like that, and when Farm Fresh got put out by Kroger, because Kroger got good. Kroger just, and that's another thing, Dinus. Let me ask you a question. Remember what's the other brother that from Louisiana, the heavyset brother that played in as the actor Wendell something, whatever his name is, Wendell Pierce, I think.
Played in what?
He played in Stella Guy Grew Back, whatever I think it is, or Waiting to Exhale, the heavy guy, Wendell Pierce, whatever his name.
Yeah. That started Wendell, that started the grocery store.
Right, not Flop.
That's
right?
talking about. That his name?
Yeah. Now, if I would have got to him, man, before he went in there with his passion and everything, I would have told him, dude, you do not start. Do you know what it takes to run a grocery store? You know what I'm saying? And keeping all those foods and fruits up to date. You know what I'm saying? You got to fly bananas in from Peru 1 week. You got to fry them in from this area for the other week. Do you know what the logistics is to running a store? Anyway, it flopped. You know what I'm saying? And I know he was kind of bitter about that. He said, this is going to be the community. First of all, you got to define yourself as a community. You know what I'm saying? Do the community really want that? And that must be disheartening with all the black people that he thought was going to be his customers over at Kroger. You cannot get black people out of Kroger. You know what I'm saying? If I went to black people and said, look, I'm over at a supermarket here. We're going to have your supermarket like the Fruit of Islam. And when Elsa, they'll beat the heck out of me. You know what I'm saying?
See, I disagree with you with it. You can't keep black people out of Kroger. They got these Korean-owned meat markets where the meat has been sitting out for like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, even that.
Secondhand D-grade meats that I have no idea how they passed the meat inspection by the USDA. We stay in there. You get like 10 pounds of beef for $2.
And check this out. And another thing I was thinking about was this. Another thing, just like you, we decided that we're going to tolerate girls being molested in our community. Everyone hushed us, put it under the rug. Black on black violence and intimidation in our community, hushed us under the rug, everything. Now police killings, everything. Bad food and bad service in the black community. You know what I'm saying? There was this one thing where the people went into the store and they were looking at the dates on these cereal, and these Arabs and everything, and it was like 2 years out of date, and they were selling it in the so-called hood. But we tolerate these things. You know what I'm saying? We tolerate these things because it's the hood, and this is black folks, and this is the way we operate. That's the thing is we tolerate this stuff because it's Negroism. Neo-Negroism. You saying? And the whole thing is this. Our mindset has to change. We have to want better. I don't know who decided that we're gonna glorify. Let me tell you something, folks. And while I got it on my mind and everything like that, who decided to glorify the so-called hood? You know what I'm saying? It's all good in the hood. In the so-called hood, you got poor service. You pay higher prices for inferior products and everything. It's dangerous. It's violent. You know what I'm saying? Rats, roaches, everything else and everything. But you say that that's the place you call home and this, that, and the other thing. This, that, and the other thing. It is not a real place because the bottom line is this, as soon as you get money out of here. Let me tell you a story. And I know we got to go. This is a funny story. It's a funny story, right? Now, I always got my stories, There was this one lady, right? And I think she worked at Popeyes, right? Old black lady, right? And she always used to see me in the black section of town, right? Over in Chesapeake, right? I was like, yeah, how you doing? We've been here for years, right? Sometimes I stop in there for lunch like once a week, Stop in there for lunch and have lunch and everything. She just said everything. She was such a manager or whatever like that, right? But anyway, I didn't see her for a while, right? I didn't see her for a while. She's like in her 70s, right? And I said, so she must have retired or whatever like that. I said, next thing I went to a Popeyes in Virginia Beach. Now, Virginia Beach is the place, Anyway, I said, hey, how you doing, Miss Such Such? How you doing? I go, what are you doing over here? Oh, I moved out here now. And I thought she was like, because she was always missing the mom of the community. Oh, yeah, Miss Such and Such. Miss Such and Such. Yeah. She's been in that neighborhood for years, decades and whatnot. She goes, oh, I moved out of there. I go, what, are you serious? She goes, oh, I've been working for 3 years. I saved up and I bought me a condo over here. I know the condominium place you're talking about is nice. All the buildings are white. They got the outside one level and everything. They got the indoor pool and outdoor pool, tennis court and everything. She goes, I'm over there, and I've been trying to get in for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm finally where I want to be at. I finally want to be at. I said, when they gave me the thing, my thing, I said, thank you, Jesus. Now that goes to show you this and whatnot. She was a pillar in the community, a motherly figure and everything like that. This, that, the other thing. She was like, I was trying to get the hell out of there for years. Till now I finally got a nice place. They got the clubhouse, the sauna. We got the meeting room and everything. All young, mostly young. It's not a senior. It's all young people there too. It's like a real nice place. Every people got sports cars and Benz and everything. She goes, I'm over there. One night she got a retirement income, something like that. But she also works. She's like, I don't care what I gotta do. I want something nice. I want to live in someplace nice. And a place that is a really nice condo community. You know what I'm saying? They got the condo, they got the garage, they got all the stuff like that. Whatnot. So we basically underestimate the fact that black people want more. They want better. You know what I'm saying? She was like, yeah. I was like, so you don't have any regrets? She goes, hell no. She goes like this. She goes, I'm where I want to be at. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? I can go outside. I don't have to hear no gunshots. I don't have to hear all this fighting and all stuff like this. So I just want me some peace while I'm my days on this earth. I just want me some peace. You know what I'm saying? Now that's at first I was like, a couple years ago I was like, well, she should stay in the community because, man, those young kids over there could have looked at her as a role model and everything. And just she was like, I thought about it. Well, at some point in time, people are like, I gotta go for myself. The community ain't getting any better. I gotta get the hell out of here. And I know what neighborhood she lived in, man. The neighborhood she lived in is really depressing, even in the daytime. You know what I'm saying? In the daytime, it's just really, really depressing. Like I said, if people understand, we became natural. Just like the spirit when Black Panther came out and everybody was happy and everything. We need that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know what I'm saying? And we need that Wakanda spirit in our programs, our missions, and everything we do and everything. And I hope the BAO could be that Wakanda spirit to pick people up and everything like that. If we learn to love ourselves and love each other and build, and we know we got a building for a future, and when a black person opens up a bank or investment fund or a manufacturing company, we're all rooting for everyone. That's part of the team. It ain't, well, that's that person's business. When that person wins, we all win. You know what I'm saying? We all win when somebody, one of us wins. So that's all I wanted to say.
All right, well, Colin, well, thank you as always for coming on and joining us on our Wednesday night slide. And please tell people how we can get in contact with you, Colin.
Okay. All right. Let me say something. Those of you who joined, you got mute.
All right, hold on one second. Let me mute it.
Okay. The BAIO web Ning site, I think Interact, I'll put a link up there. Join us, right? I want to say something. People who join the BAIO website, we have people joining, right? But they're awful quiet. Same people who got so much to say in here, right? We on the right hand side of the thing. If you scroll, if you not looking on your phone, if you're on the website from your computer, you can see a white page. In fact, let me do a screen share. Let me do a screen share so I can tell the BL what I'm talking about. Okay, this is the BAIO social network. Okay, when you join the BAIO social network, we have certain things. We have a homepage. We have an About Us page. That's where you know what our organization is about, what we do, and everything. And basically, if this organization is for you and everything, you get your own page. You know what I'm saying? Which you can do whatever you want with it. Tell us about yourself. Use your real name. You know what I'm saying? Use your real name, age, and everything. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your habits. We also have a thing where you can put up a blog yourself. You can write a blog, whatever like that. But I would urge you, if you're going to put up a blog, don't make it a discussion. You got something important to say. And the blog, you can tweet the blogs out and share the blogs online. Several different outlets, Facebook, whatever, LinkedIn, whatever. We have a merchandise shop where you can buy some stuff, Donations, we don't really take donations. We don't want to take donations. That's just for the administration. We have different groups. Inside of each group, we have a STEM group. We have groups and chapters for every state. Join the state chapter. We have the YouTube channel, and we have a radio network, which is Blog Talk Radio. And we have a chat room and some photos. Over here, we have the forum. There's my picture right there. The forum. This is where I want to see more people who join the BAIO go to. This is where you ask questions. If you want to discuss something, no matter what it is, right? Go to the forum column, right? Click on the forum. You click on the forum. Let's say I click on the previous post, right? And if I want to add a discussion, right? I go here and add discussion. You can put pictures up, anything. It can be any topic you want, right? And what that does is it powers out to all the members of the BAO, alerts them that there's somebody having a discussion, and we go from there. We get to know each other and exchange ideas. Discussion is just like Facebook, same like a Facebook thread. But we want to see this is the forum grow. The forum grow. Forum tells us what you're thinking. It tells us where we're doing wrong and what other direction. If you have any questions or anything like that, some people might want to debate the idea of why do you guys call it the Afro stand? Okay, that's a good question. Put it on the freaking forum. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We don't micromanage. We let people do what they want to do. This is not a dictatorship and everything. When the whole idea of socialization is getting to know each other. You know what I'm saying? We don't want your money. We don't want your donations. We just want to get to know you. That's the best thing about this organization, BAO, is we want to get to know you, because when this starts growing and this ideology of land infrastructure nation, that all our efforts should be concentrated on securing land infrastructure nation for our people and everything. Once this happens, and we have BAO chapters from Japan to Ghana to South Africa to South America to New York to anything, And we have people socializing, and when people socializing, and this becomes a dominant ideology among Black America and the Black world and everything like that, everything we have, we talk about, what we want, will happen systematically. It'll happen organically without us even doing anything. It'll fall. It will happen just instantaneously, automatically, and we don't have to worry about it. So, like I said, I tell people all the time, join the social network. It's BAIO Africstan5.ning.com, ning.com, or BAIOAfricstan.org. That's our domain. Either one of those, and you can find me on Facebook, College Genesis, Twitter, College Genesis, and friend request me or follow me on Twitter and everything. And you got my brother, Mr. Holicism Radio on YouTube. Holicism, 2 words, Holicism, 2 words, and you can find him. And so, therefore, the main thing is join the social network, get to know us, understand what land infrastructure nationhood is about. Why do we need a nation of our own? Why is that the future? And everything. Why? Because, hey, Black people are doing okay and everything, but this is not going to last. We want more. We want to build the infrastructure for our people. Nobody can take care of us. We can't rely on America. We can't rely on the Democrats. We can't rely on the Republicans. We can't rely on Donald Trump. We can't rely on anything. We have to rely on each other. We have to be train our children in the STEM fields, the science fields, the engineering fields, the everything we have to build Africa and build Africa beyond. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. Accept the fact that you're Black, that you're part of the Black world, everything. Just like the Asians are building Asia, and they got tall buildings and industry. The Arabs built Dubai world. Now Dubai is the center of the Arab world as far as business state. We need to build that Afghanistan, that state, to be the main focus of the Black world coming together. That's where the nation state that we want to have build. Now, if you think not having a nation state of our own is good, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? A nation state don't mean everybody got to jump on the boat and go. It just means that you have some place to invest, someplace to visit, someplace to send your kids to. For the summer, or send your kids to college. There's nothing. You have nothing to lose by having a nation state that your people control from top to bottom. You have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. And all our African brothers and sisters, if you want to be with us, one of the table is you support the idea of an African American, African diaspora nation state. That's not negotiable. That's on the table. I give my African brothers, oh yes, Black power, my brother, this that. We want a nation. Oh, who can't have that? Oh, no, can't have that. Oh, y'all having your own shit? Oh,
Hey, we gotta vote for Maxine Waters. Got to vote for Maxine Waters.
Yeah, your African Americans coming to Africa, they coming over here. Chinese, fine. They just in Ghana recently. They just basically destroyed 700 illegal mining operations in Ghana, only because. Let me say this. Now, I'm glad I thought of it. Only because the NGO, a white NGO, put the pressure to bear on Ghana government. Just like it takes NGOs to get African government to enforce its own fishing laws off its coast. Think about that, Dynasty. Africa has the richest fishing grounds in the world, but it doesn't feed itself. Foreign companies come hit Dynasty's face. Foreign fishing companies come to Africa and rob but not just they rob the oil. Not they take our women. They taking our fish. And you got people like Frank Roscoe down in South Africa telling me, Kyle, you should mind your business. What goes on? Just shut the hell up, Negro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the black, it's the Black American that's stealing the fish and setting up the mines.
Yeah, Black America's Thanos. We're Thanos.
It's all our fault. We're doing all that.
We're doing all this stuff.
Illegally fishing. We got the boats.
We're robbing Africa's fishing.
All the gold. We're just robbing Africa dry.
Yeah, we're doing all this and whatnot, But the Chinese are your friends. You stupid bunch of Negroes. But the bottom line is, our African friends on the ground, all our people who listen to the show, the BAL needs your support. You know what I'm saying? In other words, you know how you support? When somebody starts talking about African Americans in your village, smack them upside the head. You know what I'm saying? Smack them upside the head. You know what I'm saying? That long fist of the black man in America is gonna reach into Africa and pop some people in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Somebody talks stuff about African Americans or against Pan Africanism, let them know how you feel. You know what I'm saying? We'll let you know that our reach is way farther than you think it is. You freaking dumb, stupid bunch of fools. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna reach into Africa and grab your ass. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, but I'll be back on Saturday night.
Saturday night.
And we're gonna
Back on.
do it up. We're gonna do it up again.
Absolutely.
More
All right,
interesting
everyone.
topic.
Absolutely. So everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Please go to search for Huru on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. Also Africa Personified on those same platforms. Also go to search for Huru.com, DonnieSamir.com, Amazon.com, search your name, Donnie Samir. Please buy a book. And also go to Africa Personified.Africa. Till next time, family. Peace.